This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Time right now is 4:27 here on your Monday morning. We do want to thank you for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. It is not just any Monday, it is Cyber Monday. And if you didn't spend all your money on Black Friday or Small Business Saturday, today is your day. There are a lot of hot deals still out there being offered by a number of stores.
Yeah, and I really feel like now that everything is online, it's like this has been going on all weekend, and this is just a continuation of all those good deals. Some of the deals obviously changing, especially with some of the big box stores you're seeing here. They have deals on electronics, televisions, video games, just a number of hot items. So we're going to be breaking down what you can expect and where you can get those best deals today.
But this is something that scammers are going to be taking advantage of. You might see a lot of emails in your inbox this morning that came in overnight from what may look like Target or Best Buy, but it is really scammers trying to get you to click that link and steal your money.
Yeah, so if you get an email and think, oh, this looks like a good deal, instead of clicking on the link through your email, you'll probably want to go to the actual website and then maybe use the code that they sent out just to be safe and make sure that you aren't paying for something that you're not going to get. So there's a number of tips we're going to break down for you. You want to be safe online.
Yeah. All right. Well, in the meantime, we need to know whether or not it is good Cyber Monday shopping weather.
It's good Cyber Monday shopping weather, good napping weather. You're still hungover from the turkey on Thanksgiving because it's just going to be one of those days where we don't see any sunshine and temperatures are not really going to move much at all. Now, thankfully, overnight tonight and now this morning, we've gotten rid of that little light rain snow mixture. No real issues out there. Temperatures are still above freezing, so that should help the roadways out, and all the precipitation was very, very light. But we are left with the clouds, and those clouds are not going to move much at all here throughout the day today. So it's cloudy skies from start to finish. Our temperature only goes up maybe 2 to 3 degrees from where we are right now. The one difference is a little breezy right now. That wind will calm, though, as the day goes on.
All right, Todd, thank you.
All right, we want to talk about the Indigo Red Line. This has been free to riders for the past 3 months now, and that's due to it being new and the ticketing system not being up and running. Well, that electronic ticketing system is still not quite ready to go, but they are starting to charge riders this week. The fares went into effect yesterday, so this is our first work day. So we're going to break down how the temporary ticketing system will work in case this is part of your morning commute. We'll have that plus news, weather, and traffic coming up right here in Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 4:30, the holiday shopping sales continue today. We'll look at some of the big deals you can score this Cyber Monday.
And an online marketplace sale gone wrong after a gun was pulled on an Indianapolis woman and her brother. What police say you should do to make sure that this doesn't happen to you.
And we're learning more about a doctor's death after he was killed during a break-in, how his family says he risked his own life to save others. 4:30 here on your Monday morning. Thanks for joining us. We hope you're not too tired after the long weekend. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. Todd Clausen is back with us this morning with a look at our Monday forecast. Hey, Todd.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Good morning, everybody. Cyber Monday. Good shopping weather, as we talked about. Lots of clouds around, temperatures not where you want them to be this time of year. It's just one of those winter-like days, very similar to yesterday, with the exception of we don't have as much in the way of any precipitation around there here throughout the day today. So temperatures outside right now are sitting in the 30s anywhere you go, and just below freezing in Crawfordsville, at freezing in Richmond, 33 in Martinsville, 34 in Greenfield, as well as up in the Tipton area. So as we work our way throughout the day today, it's still kind of damp out there, and there could be a little bit of patchy drizzle this morning. And as you look here at IMS, obviously as you look towards the lights inside the track, you can see that there's some moisture on the camera. So there's still some moisture out there right now. It's just not falling from the sky as it's starting to push its way out of our area. That's the good news. As far as the clouds, though, as I mentioned, they are not going to move much at all here throughout the day today. So we're kind of stuck with the clouds, but thankfully we are just missing out on this big storm system. If you have travel plans to the East Coast, it might be a rough off go of, especially as you work your way further north of New York City. Here, though, as I mentioned, it's just all about the clouds. With the clouds, the temperatures hold pretty steady from start to finish. 33 degrees at 8 a.m. Temperatures only get up to right around 35 to 36 degrees. The time now is 4:31. Let's get a first look at the roadways on this Monday morning with Lauren.
All right, Todd, things are looking pretty good here in the downtown area. This is I-65 and I-70 at the North Split. Traffic is moving along up to speed. No crashes, no issues here to slow you down. So let's take a turn right now down to the south side. This is I-65 and I-465. You can see some headlights there moving across your screen, but everything is traveling up to speed. We'll continue to keep a close eye out for any crashes or delays, and of course, we'll keep you updated.
The holiday deals continue with Cyber Monday today. This year's Black Friday saw record-breaking online sales, and researchers say Cyber Monday won't disappoint. Retailers like Amazon, Best Buy, and Target are all offering big deals on electronics this year. Best Buy offering more than $100 off of Beats by Dr. Dre headphones and HP laptops. Target lists big deals on iPads and 65-inch Vizio TVs. Video games and toys are also hot ticket items across major stores.
A Southside Indianapolis woman has a warning for people wanting to sell items online this holiday season. She was meeting someone to sell her video game system when they pulled out a gun. She's sharing her story with RTV6's Graham Hunter, and she has a message for anyone who's trying to buy or sell things online.
We met them here and we parked.
Kimberly Arnold and her brother met a man in the parking lot of the Canby Station Shopping Center who was joined by two other men.
And they came up to our car. We rolled down the window.
They were there to buy a PlayStation 4. Arnold and her brother decided to sell online using an app to find a potential buyer.
We met quite a few people that wanted to buy it, but only one person that wanted to meet close.
Arnold's brother was showing them the gaming station.
They asked to hand over the PlayStation, but my brother refused to hand it over unless they gave him the cash.
Instead, one of the men pulled out a gun.
He held it at his chest and pointed at my brother's head and said to hand over the PlayStation, and then they took off.
The traumatic robbery came at a bad time. They needed the $200 they were hoping to get for the PlayStation.
I actually needed medicine, and so my brother was going to buy my medicine for me and give my dad some money for bills.
Now Arnold has a message for other people trying to make a few extra bucks around the holidays.
Don't meet someone on apps or let go apps unless you have a safe place, which I thought this would be a safe place. You know, it's right in the open. Everyone's biased, but apparently it wasn't.
It's a message echoed by IMPD. They have created safe zones at each police district headquarters where people can go to finalize online sales with 24-hour surveillance and proximity to law enforcement.
I don't think I'm ever going to sell anything again.
Arnold was looking to get rid of a few other things, but now she says she'll be giving it away.
I decided that I'm going to donate them all to a local church because I don't want to sell. I'm too scared.
And is hoping for justice so that no one else is victimized.
Hopefully we find out from the cops. Hopefully they find them. I don't know. I'm just praying that they find them because it could happen to anyone, anytime, and I don't want it to happen.
Working for you from the South Side, Graham Hunter, RTV6.
An Aramark employee at the Pendleton Correctional Facility has been charged for trafficking drugs to an inmate. 26-year-old Kevin Lake was arrested for allegedly selling Suboxone and methamphetamine at the Correctional Industrial Facility. Lake was charged with trafficking with an inmate A level 5 felony. He was transported to the Marion County Jail.
At 4:35, a family of a man killed during a break-in in Brownsburg says that he died defending his loved ones. Dr. Dean Marr was shot to death on Wednesday. According to his obituary, the 61-year-old was preparing to host Thanksgiving dinner when armed attackers broke into the home east of Ronald Reagan Parkway and I-74. The obituary says Marr confronted the attackers, sacrificing his life to save others. Police have not yet confirmed that information, and they have not reported any arrests in that case.
More than 1,000 patients are suing a northern Indiana hospital after they were warned a mistake might have exposed them to deadly infections. Goshen Hospital notified more than 1,100 surgical patients last month that a sterilization technician missed a crucial step, possibly exposing patients to HIV, hepatitis C, and hepatitis B. According to the Elkhart Truth newspaper, the lawsuit claims the potential exposure led to emotional distress and trauma.
Part of a major street in downtown Indianapolis is scheduled to close for several months starting today. Illinois will be shut down between McCarty and South Streets until July. Citizens Energy is finishing construction on the lower Pogues Run Tunnel as part of the Dig Indy tunnel system. Dig Indy is a 28-mile network of underground tunnels that's aimed at eliminating sewer overflows here in Marion County.
The community will get a chance to learn more about the future of an Indianapolis school this evening. Last month, the IPS Board of Commissioners voted to end a partnership with Charter Schools USA to manage Emma Donnan Elementary and Middle School. The district will ask the State Board of Education to return control of the school to IPS. The public meeting to discuss the issue starts at 6 o'clock tonight at the Tube Factory on Cruft Street. That's off of Shelby Street on the south side.
At 4:37, the Colts will be looking to turn things around after losing to divisional rival Tennessee Titans. What started out well for the Colts, getting a turnover in the Titans' opening drive, did not last. Tennessee blocked 2 field goals in the game. The second was returned back for a touchdown. The Colts could not recover, giving up another TD before the end of the game, making it 31-17 in the final. Indianapolis hoping for a better outcome next week in their away game against Tampa Bay.
The pressure is mounting for Democratic candidates as the Iowa caucus nears. Coming up, how some are battling to get ahead in the polls.
And new technology is working to catch distracted drivers. Still ahead, how new cameras can tell if you're using your phone while behind the wheel. Todd.
And we are dealing with just clouds this morning across central Indiana. The rain and snow is moving out, but this will turn into a major storm system for the East Coast. And there's another one on the West Coast. We'll let you know how that all plays into our forecast here locally as we go throughout the week in your Storm Team 6 forecast. The time now is 4:38. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hands. Thanks to O'Keefe's, I got my hands back.
Welcome back. Time right now is 4:41 here. This is a live look on the west side, I-465 and I-74. Traffic's moving along up to speed this morning. No issues to slow you down.
It is back to work for a lot of the Democratic candidates heading to the Hawkeye State this week with the Iowa caucuses just 2 months away. Some trying to cement their lead, others hoping to shake things up. ABC's Inez De La Catera has the latest.
With the Iowa caucuses just 2 months away, Democrats are going all in the Hawkeye State. Former Vice President Biden in the midst of an 8-day, 18-county, 800-mile road trip. He's calling it the No Malarkey Bus Tour.
We're going the last 2 months here, and we're getting down to the stretch. And the time to, as they say in Iowa, the time to peak is right about now.
Biden still leads in most national polls, but the latest state polling in Iowa shows him trailing Mayor Pete Buttigieg, and he's statistically tied with Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. The candidates also flooding the airwaves, over 5,000 ads airing just this week, including this one about the Buttigieg plan to limit tuition-free college.
There are some voices saying, well, that doesn't count unless you go even further, unless it's free even for the kids of millionaires. But I only want to make promises that we can keep.
That proposal drawing fresh attacks from the progressive wing of the party. Senator Warren switching up the way she campaigns, taking more questions from voters, and sharing an emotional moment on Sunday.
I was wondering if there was ever a time in your life where somebody you really looked up to maybe didn't accept you as much?
Yeah. The truth is, you got to take care of yourself first and do this. Give me a hug.
And Senator Kamala Harris is also in the state. The New York Times reports her campaign is in turmoil, with a top aide leaving to go join Mayor Michael Bloomberg's team and calling Harris's campaign disorganized. Inez De La Catera, ABC News, Washington.
Well, there were some long lines in Michigan over the weekend, and it wasn't for holiday shopping. Recreational marijuana officially went on sale on Sunday. Business owners say this is something they've been working towards for years now, and customers hope it's just the beginning. Just last year, Michigan voted to make the state the 10th in the country to sell recreationally. Like many, like Indianapolis native Ashley Kohlhoff, drove up from out of state for that opening day.
No matter what state it would have been in, I wanted to be there. I think this is a really big opportunity for everyone that has like medical needs and anyone that has like anxiety that can't, like maybe they don't want to go to the doctor. This is going to help them out too. It's a fun thing to do, and I mean it's history.
In total, the state issued 18 licenses to help make this happen, including to growers and processors. Some Michigan communities are still waiting to get the green light, though. There are 1,400 communities that opted out of recreational marijuana.
Right now in Arizona, search and rescue crews are trying to find a 6-year-old girl who disappeared when the car she was in was swept away by flooding. It all happened in the Tonto Basin on Friday. Deputies say 2 adults and 7 children were in a military-style vehicle when they tried to cross a swollen creek. That creek had been shut down for safety, and the car was then swept downstream. Both adults and 4 of the kids are okay, but 3 went missing. 2 of the children's bodies were found this weekend.
Snow is covering many roads out in California and parts of the Midwest this morning. 2 storms caused blizzard-like conditions, causing travel cancellations for millions making their way from home from Thanksgiving last night. On the West Coast, the Sierras got hit with nearly 16 inches of snow, and more is expected to build up today. The snowstorm in the Midwest dumped more than a foot of snow in Wisconsin and nearly 20 inches in Minnesota. The storm is expected to continue northeast towards New York City. And Todd, we saw just a few flurries yesterday, but we really missed out on that winter storm.
We've missed out on a lot of the wintry weather here across the nation. You mentioned the snow out in the west. You could see up to 8 inches of rain in parts of California today as well. And I'll show you that storm system on the East Coast here coming up in just a few minutes. Here's a live look outside right now, and you can see we are dealing with some moisture on the camera. Still kind of that damp feeling, but you can see the city skyline from IMS, so that is good news. So visibility is not an issue for us as we start off this Monday morning. 34 degrees right now. The winds are to the west-northwest at 14 miles per hour, so it is a little breezy right now. Those winds, though, will start to subside as the day goes on. The problem is the wind direction does not change, and with those northwest winds, even though they'll start to calm down, it's going to prevent us from warming much at all throughout the day today. So we're in the 30s right now. Anywhere you go, 1 degree below freezing in Crawfordsville right now, 33 in Martinsville, 34 is the current temperature in Greenfield and Muncie, sitting at 37 degrees. The temperatures that you have right now are basically the temperatures that we are going to continue to have as we work our way throughout much of the day. Now, this morning, as you get it going, don't be shocked if you have to throw the windshield wipers on just briefly in some spots on your way into work. There's just a little bit of patchy drizzle out there, but all the substantial precipitation has moved out of the area. But this is what's going to turn into that massive storm system on the East Coast. It's mainly going to be a rain-snow mixture for Philadelphia. New York, though, if you're connecting or going to New York for business this week, they could see several inches of snow. It's really in parts of New England, though, that they're really going to start to see maybe 1 to even 2 feet of snow. Boston's kind of right on the edge, but a lot of wind with this system as it makes its way up the East Coast. So thankfully, we missed out on that. We're just dealing with the clouds on the backside of this system, and that's what we'll have to deal with throughout the day today, as our temperatures will not move much at all with the cloud cover in place. 35 degrees by 11 a.m. We stay right around 35, get up to maybe 36 degrees by 2 p.m. with just mostly cloudy skies, and then we stay in the 30s here throughout the entire afternoon hours. This evening, that's when the clouds will start to break for us. Temperatures slowly start to fall back down into the 30s, and then for tomorrow morning, you wake to temperatures a little bit colder. We're in the 20s in most locations, and then throughout the day tomorrow, we get the sunshine back. As a result, it's a little bit warmer with highs that'll be up to right around 40 degrees. And overall, it's a pretty quiet week of weather. Just a little bit of a light wintry mix possible Thursday night into early Friday morning, Lauren.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Here is a live look right now at your commute on the north side, I-465 near Ditch Road. We still have ongoing bridge work on Ditch Road over 465. Traffic there on the interstate traveling smoothly, both eastbound and westbound, no delays. So let's take a turn to the east side, give you a live look here at I-70 and Sherman Drive. Traffic is moving along up to speed on the east side as well. We'll continue to keep a close eye out for any crashes or delays.
Social media star Olivia Jade is back on YouTube. The daughter of actress Lori Loughlin made her return with a 2-minute video saying she was terrified to come back. She went silent after her parents were arrested in March for their part in the college admissions scandal. Jade also lost advertising deals with companies like Sephora and Tresemme. In her new video, she says she legally cannot talk about the scandal, but she's excited to be back and that it's something she is really passionate about.
New cameras are being rolled out to catch drivers using their cell phones behind the wheel. The state of Australia recently releasing their high-definition cameras, detection cameras rather. The developers say this technology would target illegal cell phone use through fixed and trailer-mounted cameras. They use artificial intelligence to review the images to catch someone using their phone. The Transportation Department says that drivers will receive a warning letter in the first 3 months of those cameras. After that, the offenders face a fine of up to $344. Australian officials say that in a test, the cameras caught more than 100,000 drivers using their phones.
A Massachusetts man had a close call after an evacuation slide fell off of an airplane and into his front yard. He was doing yard work when the huge inflatable slide fell from the sky and took out branches on his tree. Someone from the Federal Aviation Administration eventually came out to retrieve the slide. Delta Airlines said it fell from one of their planes that was traveling from France to Boston. The plane did land safely. The FAA is working to figure out exactly how it happened.
A backwards holiday trend catching some people's eyes. Just after the break, how the upside-down Christmas tree tradition began.
And Cyber Monday is one of the biggest online shopping days of the year. New at 5, some tips to keep you safe from scams.
And while you're out shopping for the holidays, we hope you'll consider donating to the RTV6 Toy Drive. Our collection on Monument Circle is this Thursday from 6 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. You can also drop off toys at several locations, including participating Applebee's and used stores. For a full list, go to theindychannel.com and click on the 6 Shines On Toy Drive link. Time right now is 4:50. You're watching Good Morning Indiana.
Skin.
Time right now is 4:54 on your Monday, and here's a live look right now. Your commute through downtown, I-65 and I-70 at the North Split. No crashes around the metro area at this hour to slow you down.
As many begin decorating for the holidays, there is a new trend that is putting some decorations in reverse. It's the upside-down Christmas tree. The display has been shown in flyers, magazines, and has gotten mentions from famous actresses. But it isn't as new as many would think. According to the Milwaukee Public Museum, it dates back centuries and actually served as a religious symbol for the Holy Trinity. In Eastern Europe, the display would serve as a practical purpose to save space during winter. All right, Lauren, you're going to have to call up Hubby Brooks and ask him to start hoisting the tree upside down.
That looks like a lot of work to get it up there like that.
It's already hard enough to keep some ornaments on the tree. I can't imagine what you would need to do, to keep them upside down there.
Very interesting. All right, we want to check in with Todd right now. Todd, what can we expect as folks are heading out for their Monday?
You know, today is not the brightest day for us. Lots of clouds around, but the week does get better as it goes on. It actually turns into a pretty seasonable week for the beginning of December. We just really got to get through today, and a lot of people always keep talking about that seasonal depression. Well, today is one of those days. 35 degrees with those cloudy and cool conditions. Brighter skies tomorrow, 40 degrees, and then into the mid-40s for Wednesday and Thursday. The only real chance of precipitation here will be late Thursday into Friday. That could be a little bit of a light wintry mix, and that doesn't even look like a big deal at this point as well. And then as we head into the first full weekend of December, we're looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies and temperatures that will be in the mid-40s. The time is 4:56. Stay with us. We'll be right back.